What's up and welcome back. I'm John Stark from MacMovieGuy.com, your favorite blind film critic. And today, we're looking at The Rule of Jennypen. Ooh, what the hell is this? This is a Shudder title. It originally premiered at Fantastic Fest in 2024, and it got a theatrical release in March of 2025, and was on Shudder in like less than a month after its theatrical debut. Um, I saw it drop on VOD, and then pretty much it was on VOD, and then like a week later it was on AMC Plus Shudder. And I'm like, man, this movie blowing through. So yeah, I haven't seen this offered anywhere with audio description. I don't know. I didn't see it at a theater near me, so I don't know if it has audio description. If you can find it with audio description, I would strongly recommend it because I would say it's unwatchable without audio description. But it's a shame because this film has two terrific actors in it. One of them I haven't seen in a while. That's Geoffrey Rush. And I remember, I think I rewatched something that he was in. And I was like, man, where's Geoffrey Rush been? Why don't we get more Geoffrey Rush movies? Obviously, John Lithgow was just in Conclave, so we're going to definitely see more of Dumbledore shortly. But yeah, these are the two stars of the film. It kicks off at the beginning. Geoffrey Rush plays a judge who has a stroke, and it radically changes his life, and he ends up having to live in a nursing home because he can't quite do all of the things that he needs to in order to take care of himself. So he's in a nursing home with he has a roommate named Tony, and you see all these sort of other nursing home residents, and there's one in particular played by John Lithgow who is a bully that terrorizes everyone else, all of the other old people in the nursing home. And of course it catches the attention of Geoffrey Rush's character, and he's they're not going to have it. But Geoffrey Rush has not quite come to terms with the level of where he's at in terms of his mobility and what he's able to do. And he just comes across as, in the early stages to the nurses and everything, he comes across as somebody who's not quite as aware of their own inabilities, and that kind of puts him at a disadvantage when he's trying to point a finger at Henry, who is John Lithgow's character, who is a weirdo, an absolute fucking weirdo. He comes into things and he has like a puppet, and he makes everybody like bow to Jennypen, which is this puppet, and he does like randomly horrible things to people. There are also just randomly horrible things that happen. There's something that happens to just a resident who is drinking and smoking at the same time that is maybe perhaps a little bit of a stretch, but anyway, it's one of the things that people have commented on is, of course, the location, the nursing home, right? How great it is to see a movie that sort of is in a nursing home. We don't get a lot of thrillers and horror movies in nursing homes, but they're sort of like a big part of life. And you've got two great male leads. They won the acting prize at Fantastic Fest, and they deserve it. I mean, it's Geoffrey Rush and John Lithgow in a Shudder movie. Like, why? So, I haven't seen this director's previous film. He's only made one other film. This is his sophomore effort. I'm unfamiliar with him. I think the movie's a little bit long for what it is, and it definitely needs audio description. I had a hard time with it. I did have to watch other people telling me what the movie was about so that I could connect some of the dots. Because there were scenes where I was like, I think I know what's happening. Maybe I know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Like all of those different things. And I just needed to know more about, so I had to connect the dots because I don't know what I just watched. It's kind of a shame when if you bring Geoffrey and John into a project and they don't get dialogue. It feels like they're both dialogue actors. I mean, they're great actors and they can do a lot without dialogue, but this film is very thematically set to a visual aesthetic and not so much in the script. These actors are not acting so much with what they say. I mean, there is dialogue in the movie. It's just not a dialogue heavy movie, which puts a blind audience at even more of a disadvantage for what it is that's going through. So if you can catch with audio description, now that I have all the dots connected, I know what that, I'm like, oh, so that's what that scene was. I think there's something here. I did see somebody criticize it and it was like, well, this is unrealistic because somebody in the nursing home staff would have found out. And to that, I would say, well, you've never, obviously, your only experience with nursing homes is watching shows like Man on the Inside, where you watch these like fucking Hollywood nursing homes where everything is gorgeous and nice, and you've never actually been in a real nursing home before, where everything sucks. Yeah, I did. I had a grandparent and a great grandparent, and actually two other grandparents. I mean, I've been in tons of nursing homes, and none of them were ever good. None of them were nearly anything I've ever seen portrayed in a Hollywood movie. They keep showing nursing homes as being these like wonderful, like angelic places full of nurses and people who are just like they live to serve. And there are so many people and they're always well staffed. That is so not the case. There are so many understaffed nursing homes. There's so many elder abuse lawsuits. There's so many things that it's not cool to report on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't trend. It's not a push notification you get on your phone. It's the kind of thing that families just quietly sue and settle for, and you just end up not hearing about on the news. But yeah, elder abuse is something that happens in nursing homes all the time, and negligence. And they have regulations about how many people can be in a nursing home at any given time, and frequently those regulations are not met. So do I believe that there's a nursing home staff that could actually go through this entire movie and not know that John Lithgow is doing everything he's doing in this movie? Yeah, I do. I do believe that. I believe that is a fully realistic portrayal, finally, of a fucking nursing home in film. So part of me wants to say, A plus, good job. Thank you for thank you for finally showing me a nursing home that doesn't feel like it's like I should live, like just everybody. Like, why don't you? I don't know. This place looks great. Why do we have to wait to retire to go there? Can we just get an apartment inside of a nursing home? And I want to live with Ted Danson and Man on the Inside. Like, no, it doesn't. They're not like that. They're not. They and not all of their patients are able-bodied and walking around like that they're perfectly fine and they can have these full-on conversations with you. There are a lot of people who are kind of gone and they don't really have anything and they just kind of sit there and drool, and they need a lot of care, and if you don't give them the care, then they get bed sores. I mean, that's the reality of a nursing home, is that these are people who need help and they can't do all this stuff themselves. That's why they're there. And we have such a bad habit of showing these places as being these, well, yeah, Ted Danson could just walk in there and he'll blend in, even though he has absolutely nothing fucking wrong with him. He'll be fine. So, yeah, I like the fact that for once it actually feels like that. And for the two actors who obviously they're the leads, and you could say, well, John and Geoffrey don't need to. Well, with John, they kind of portray him as being possibly mentally ill, strongly mentally ill. So, I mean, that's a good reason for him to be somewhere, to be locked up. I don't think he could exist in the real world, and And then Geoffrey Rush's character, his whole thing is he may be brilliant, but he's still coming to terms with the damage that the stroke has done to him. And I guess nobody's willing to really go through physical therapy with him, because a different movie would be him going through physical therapy to try to regain some of the momentum, and he wouldn't even have to deal with John Lithgow because he would be in more of a rehab facility. But instead he's here, so we just kind of cut to, well, nursing home. He's old, might as well. Fuck rehab. But that's it. Anyway, this is, yeah, I can't grade this because I did, again, no audio description, but the ways that I watch audio, the ways I watch movies, I haven't seen an audio description track for this movie. So I don't know that one exists. But I did want to watch it anyway because I like the two actors and I wanted to see the film, and especially Geoffrey Rush, because quietly, while I don't make videos about like where's Geoffrey Rush, I swear I've been thinking about where's Geoffrey Rush. Like, I need to see a Geoffrey Rush movie. I feel like I hadn't seen one in a long time, and he's not dead, so I'm glad that I got to see a Geoffrey Rush movie. You know, so what, Tale of Jennypen. I don't even know. Jennypen. I don't know if it's a positive or a negative. Right now, it's just unwatchable due to lack of audio description. That is my grade. There is no fresh or positive. I couldn't tell you, to be totally honest. I mean, what I've read about it, I'm thinking if I had audio description, I would lean positive because I love the setting. I love the realism of actually having a nursing home that isn't like fucking Oz, you know? Like, oh wow, what is the magical, wonderful world we've stumbled into here? So yeah, I mean, my mind is leaning positive, but I didn't feel strongly enough about the movie and the choices that it's making, and it does feel like maybe it's longer than it needs to be. So I mean, there are reasons why I can't solidly say absolutely fresh for sure, like absolutely a recommend. It's just sort of in this nebulous way where I'm like, I definitely wouldn't recommend it without audio description. If you're blind and if you're sighted and you came here for something profound, the best thing I can say is I would recommend it because of for a far more realistic portrayal of what a nursing home is like, and the fact that it's got two good actors in it. The reason why I wouldn't recommend it is because it felt long, but I also felt long because I didn't get audio description to understand what was happening in the scenes that don't have dialogue. And it's, I mean, it is still kind of difficult to watch John Lithgow kind of go through and taunt and abuse people for an hour and 40 minutes. It's not really a horror movie so much as it is horrifying. So, yeah. So check it out if you want. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the other side.